Let's start with number 5 here. Let's go. Joe Burrow versus Baker Mayfield. When was the last time you cared about the Bengals playing the Browns? Honestly, guys, I don't think Nance and Sims called a Bengals-Browns game. I don't think Nance and Romo have ever called a Bengals-Browns game. I certainly don't think Michaels and Collinsworth have ever called a Bengals-Browns game. Why do I say that? It's been 32 years since the Bengals and the Browns both made the playoffs in the same season, the 1988 season. Kozar and Esiason, hello. Both these teams are exciting now. Maybe for the first time ever in the same season. Like when the Browns were everybody's darling last year, everyone knew the Bengals were not going to be that team. When the Bengals were great with Carson Palmer and going to the playoffs and Andy Dalton, the Browns were terrible. They're finally good, and they've got 2 quarterbacks with bravado who are proud to be the quarterbacks of those franchises. They're going to play twice, and I'm telling you now, for the first time maybe in my life covering this sport, I'm excited to see the Browns play the Bengals. It's because of the quarterbacks. Yes. Number 4, we've got a rematch of a game that could have gone a lot of different ways if Patrick Mahomes didn't pull a rabbit out of his hat. We've got the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me Watson and Mahomes again. This one was a beauty last year. We, of course, remember the Texans come out to a 24-0 lead. This is Kenny Stills early. There was a Tyreek Hill punt bobble. There was then the comeback. Mahomes hits Damian Williams. They start going. Then it's Travis Kelce about 15 times in a row. This was an incredible game, and now Deshaun Watson has a chance to seek his revenge. I love that it's in Kansas City. It's the place where this game went down. Watson and Mahomes, I've said it plenty of times on this show. We give Lamar Jackson a lot of love. These guys could be the 2 faces of the AFC in the playoffs moving forward. Number 3. Let's get into it again here. Number 3, let's go right back to Mahomes, and let's put him up against the old GOAT. Mahomes plays Brady this year. I've got that as my number 3 game. It's in Tampa Bay. Let's go back 2 years ago. Brady got the best of Mahomes in the playoff game. Of course, we know how that went down. They'd go on to win the Super Bowl. But a year later, it was Mahomes beating Brady in New England. Now, we have a whole other storyline with Brady down in Tampa Bay. Give me Mahomes in Tampa Bay. Buccaneers taking on the Chiefs. Number 2. Yes, we're already down to number 2. How about 2 legends facing off? Aaron Rodgers plays Drew Brees in New Orleans. Give it to me. I want Packers Saints in the Big Easy. Guys, they don't have a long history of playing each other in playoff games and classic battles. No, in fact, I don't think they've played that many times in big spots. This is one of them. And remember, there's a bit of disrespect that both of these guys are dealing with. Earlier in this NFL 100 year, we did the top 10 quarterbacks of all time. Guess who wasn't on the list? Either one of them, which is mind-blowing to me. Both Rodgers and Brees were left off. Brady, of course, was on it. Who's number 2 of this current era, right? Who's the number 2 guy? Before we pass it off to Lamar and Mahomes, was it Brees or was it Rodgers? This might be the last time they face off. It's going to go down in 2020. And number 1, the number 1 game for me, hey, Lamar, go get your revenge on Patrick Mahomes. Lamar plays Mahomes. This time it's in Baltimore. They've played twice before. Both times the Chiefs have won. Both times are in Kansas City. This one goes to Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson is at home. That is my top 5. Let's go. I've got Mahomes in 3 different ones of these, but I think this top 5 list is pretty much inscrutable. This is the games. Mahomes versus Lamar is 1. Rodgers, Brees, Mahomes, Brady, Watson, Mahomes, and then Burrow versus Baker. Kyle Brandt, go where you want with this one. What did I get wrong, and who did I leave off?
I just look at Mahomes at the Saints, Peter. I'm thinking of Michael Jordan in the Eastern All-Stars locker room with Tim Hardaway talking about, we got to get this Kobe guy. This Kobe guy's going to try to take it over. I feel like these veteran old quarterbacks have to do something about Mahomes, and Brees is right there.
Yeah, you're right. That's obviously one that is left off. The Chiefs do play the Saints. Kay, what do you got?
I just think a sneaky one. I see why it's not in the top 5, but maybe over Joe Burrow would be Big Ben up against Dak. They never meet. It happens very rarely. And last time they did it was Dak's rookie year. They combined for over 700 yards, 3 touchdowns, a ton of lead changes. Zeke sealed the deal. It was just an epic game, remember?
Classic game. I remember it. On a late Sunday afternoon,